I tried eating 4 pounds of tofu a day and it was disgusting. It hurt my stomach. So I'm not vegan anymore. And I hope I don't get too much hate. So you want to talk about Vice? Fuck you, Vice.
Talk to me a little bit about the process of being canceled. What was the toll of cancel culture on your mental health?
I almost committed suicide. They started saying Doug McNish's survivors.
But they felt justified.
Did they?
That's why cancel culture exists. And how do you sort the difference then between someone who has truly caused harm intentionally and being a valuable human being?
That's a good question.
I present to you blue balls. These are bath bombs. Take one and put it in the cauldron of truth. Now, what were the words you just said to me before we started? What is my life? Or was it, what have I done?
How did I get here? How the fuck did I get here?
Well, let's start that as the first question.
How did I get here?
Why did you say yes to this?
I've had a huge change this year, physically, emotionally, mentally, spiritually. And as soon as I saw what you were doing, I was like, this is what the world needs. I believe, especially men, need to be open and honest and not full of shit. Life isn't about just, hey, I'm a guy, let's have sex. It's not what it should be about. But unfortunately, I feel like that's what it has been about up until now.
That's been your experience?
It's been my experience.
As a man or in relation to men?
Both. I think growing up with a father who didn't teach me emotion, there was no emotion. It was like, let's eat food or watch porn. And so I think both.
You've gone on a really long journey. Asking you to explain the journey you've been on succinctly might be a bit difficult, but can you pick perhaps one thing that has had the most profound impact on you in helping you to become the man that you are today?
Wow. Finding self-love. Finding self-love this year. It was a text message I sent to a former business partner in July. I saved it. It was July 5th. And it was like, for the first time, I fucking love myself. And I was like, what the fuck? And it just snapped me. And I realized that I spent my whole life not loving myself. So I know that's been the biggest for me.
Can you lead us through the journey of not loving yourself to loving yourself? Like, what was that actual shift that took place? What happened?
I grew up in a really traumatic childhood. I had an abusive mother who was a drug addict, and my father was an enabler. And I know now that I was addicted to opiates at the age of 13. You know, I was by 15, 16, I started in the restaurant business. I was an alcoholic and popping pills, and I got into cocaine and ecstasy, and I was fucked at 19. I was gonna die. I was fucked. And, you know, I never dealt with the trauma. And, you know, I found my mom overdosed when I was 13. We used to fight with each other and hit each other and spit on each other. And I just had never dealt with that. And I know that I just pushed it away with substances and like porn and food and whatever I could to not feel. So, I mean, I'm 40 now, and it's just been a lifetime of, these great successes in career, winning awards, writing cookbooks, doing TV, traveling the world, but never really going to that next level of like the next level. I was Toronto famous, but not going to that next level. And I just never knew why. And flash forward to this year, it was March 6th, and I moved to the United States and I did blood work. I knew something was wrong with me. I couldn't walk up the stairs. The skin was bad. I was just in a bad place. And I hired a therapist. I got blood work done and I came back diabetic. And I fucking cried. And I was like, my books were on the shelf in my office. 3 of my books have won best in the world. I've traveled the globe talking about healthy food. The globe. I've been on stage with some of the biggest names and I got diabetes. So that for me was the moment I was like, what the fuck?
Big disconnect.
I didn't even know it. I was on autopilot. I was just smoking weed and drinking, binge drinking, binge eating. And like, I've been up and down. I've lost 100 pounds 3 times now in my life. So I would do like a juice cleanse 1 week, eat seeds, and then the next week chug vodka. And I would watch spiritual videos at 3 a.m, like Eckhart Tolle, like home shot. And it's like, what the fuck? So this year was that coming to God moment. It was like, okay, I'm done. And I stopped drinking that day and started working out. I couldn't even do a squat. So I was just like, I would do 2 squats, 3 squats, a push up. And just over the course of this year, just slowly start doing more push-ups and then go for a walk. And it was like every 10 pounds I lost, some other emotion came out of me. And it's been fucking crazy.
It sounds like discipline has been such an important part of you becoming who you are.
Who I am. I love that. Who I am. I listen to a lot of Deepak Chopra. One of his things is, who am I? Who am I? Who am I? 15 minutes of that. Who am I?
Now the layers
The layers.
start to fall away. You start by describing your successes, these external things, how you identify to the world. And then all of a sudden you reach this strange void when those things eventually go away. And so, who are you?
I experienced that. In 2017, I was voted best chef in the city of Toronto, which is like, holy fuck. I didn't expect that to happen. It just happened. I had a 2-hour wait at my one restaurant, and I had a 4-hour wait at Mythology. And I was signing autographs and taking pictures of people. I had young girls, but that's not big dish. That's not. It's like, but I was dead inside. I had put on 100 pounds getting there, and I had no practice to take care of my soul. I didn't even know what my soul was. My soul was signing autographs, buying stuff from Amazon. And my wife at the time threatened to leave me. And then my dad died. And then it was like, what the fuck, I burnt out. And I needed to take a pause. And that's when I started to realize this shit is fleeting. All of it. This fucking bullshit that humans put on ourselves to be successful or, So yeah, it's been a bit of a journey since then too. I've tasted some of that. And, I get, like, I hate to say, like, why Robin Williams took his life, or these celebrities who get to a certain level of esteem. It does fucking nothing. You know, I found myself looking for the next thing to buy or the next autograph to sign. And then when that died, I was like, oh, fuck, who am I? So yeah, who am I? I don't know. I'm a guy. I'm a guy that grew up in a lot of hurt, experienced a lot of hurt, has suffered with addiction his whole life, and it feels fucking awesome to say that now. And this year has just been that year where I was like, okay, it's done. I'm done. I'm going to change. And discipline is the right word. It's a choice every day to wake up and not eat potato chips or not turn on porn or not chug vodka. Because there's been times, like even today, it's like, oh shit, a beer would be good. I was out partying last night in Toronto. It was fucking awesome. I love these people I used to party at hip hop parties with 18 years ago. They were all hammered. And I just saw the shots going around and I was like, no, I'm going to stick with my Heineken Zero. But there was that little, the devil is in me. You know, I put the Buddha on my arm and I want to put Mara here, which is the Buddhist version of the devil, just to remind me that's in me. It doesn't ever go away, not for me. So who am I?
What about this one? Talk to me about this one and what that means to you now. First of all, can you describe what it is and what it says?
This is a cow on my shoulder, and it says, how about I eat you? And when I was 21, I was fucked. I was doing coke and ecstasy and 25. I could drink 25 beers and a Mickey of whiskey easily. And I fell in love with a woman online, Jimmy Kimmel message board. She lived in New York, and she was 10 years older than me, and she was a vegan. So I started this relationship. I talked to her for a while, and I flew down the anniversary of September 11th, a couple years after it happened, and I went and I met her, and fell in love. At least I thought it was love. I mean, I was 21. We started a 2-year relationship. So I spent about half my time in Manhattan, and she was a vegan, and she started filling my head full of ideas that animals have feelings and you're going to feel better and look better and save the world and all this Gandhi bullshit. And I shouldn't say bullshit, but you know. And so I slowly phased out eating meat, and I felt good. And I got into animal rights pretty hard. I went vegan, completely vegan, 100%. And I got into animal rights, and I was protesting circuses and fur stores and rodeos. And I was that young guy that was handing out pamphlets all over Toronto. And I started going up to people in the subways and yelling at them and shit. It was just not good. It was anger. So, yeah. I was vegan for 18 years.
Created a bit of an identity around it, no?
Yeah.
And now what?
So when I got March 6th diagnosed with diabetes, so I talked to doctors, dietitians, nutritionists, myself, fucking God. And everyone told me to start eating meat and fish and turkey and salmon and eggs and you know, cheese from cow's milk. And it was like, what the fuck? I'm a vegan. I'm fucking been in this world 18 years. I've traveled the world. I've written these books. You know, who am I? Who the fuck am I, right? I watched my dad die from diabetes. His legs amputated. Every McNish man was an alcoholic and died from diabetes. And I just refuse to do that. I'm too good. I'm too good of a human. I'm too fucking talented. I am the best in the world at what I do. I know this. And I'm a good soul. So I slowly started incorporating animal products back into my diet. And I'm going to get a lot of hate for this. But fuck it. I mean, I'm a good person. And I feel good. I feel good with what I'm doing and what I'm eating. You know, I know I'm gonna get hate, but I'm me, so oh fuck it. Yeah. I mean, it's a moral dilemma. I still love animals and I don't want them to be fucking tortured, but I also didn't want to die. So do I eat fake Beyond Burgers and all this bullshit that's out there right now? Or do I, you know, I've lost 100 pounds this year. I fucking did 1,000 box step ups last week. I can do almost 200 push ups. I tried eating 4 pounds of tofu a day and it was disgusting. It hurt my stomach. So yeah, I'm not vegan anymore. And I hope I don't get too much hate. I got canceled too.
I was about to ask.
I've experienced the mob.
Okay, talk to me a little bit about the process of being canceled. What was the toll of cancel culture on your mental health?
Honestly,
Honestly,
I almost committed suicide. I couldn't fucking believe what was going on. I couldn't fucking believe what people were saying about me. Most of it wasn't even fucking true. And I was sitting in front of a fucking computer watching people rip me apart. I had just signed like 3 deals. My 4th book had just come out. And these people were calling me like transphobic and homophobic and racist. They started saying Doug McNish's survivors. Like, I fucking held cucumbers up in front of my crotch and put mayonnaise on them. I was an idiot in the kitchen. I was a young, cocky little shithead. I was stupid. I didn't know that I was becoming well known. I drank too much coffee. I was an idiot. And I said off-color things. And I love rap music. So I love Wu-Tang. I love rap. I love hip-hop. I have since I'm 7 years old. And I listened to, and the N-bomb got dropped in the kitchen. And I had a dominatrix that used to come in, and her boobs were bigger than, they were huge. And I look at her boobs. Like, I would say, look at those titties. And all of that turned into, I was a racist. I was this and that. Doug McNish's survivors. The dirt I had on the people who were saying these things about me, I could have said shit. I didn't. I didn't want to attack back. Why would I want to attack these people? They were obviously hurt. And
but they felt justified.
did they?
That's why cancel culture exists. And how do you sort the difference then between someone who has truly caused harm intentionally and being a fallible human being?
That's a good question.
You have insight because you have experienced mob mentality and cancel culture. So from that vantage point, can you offer any type of solution as to how your, let's say, bad behavior could have been better addressed that didn't lead to you wanting to kill yourself?
Generations change. I grew up in an environment in kitchens where it was acceptable to slap each other on the ass, stick fingers in our butts, and hump each other. And I now know I didn't do that to anyone, but I mean, I humped the dishwasher. He was fun. I fucking humped him, whatever. I talked about blowjob jokes. I talked about anal. I talked about, like, I had a very crude mouth. And I now know that that wasn't right for some people. But I also didn't understand gender ideology. I didn't understand pronoun use. I didn't understand things. They weren't taught to me. You know, and since then I've done gender training. I've done 2. And I get it. And I respect it. I have no problem with any of it. I think the world needs beautiful people. And had I known, I would have acted differently. But instead I was attacked. You know, back then it was 2015 and I had a sous chef and they looked like a woman. So I kept saying she. And instead of explaining to me why that was hurtful to them, they attacked me. And so this idea of they, them, I didn't understand it. But now I do. And I respect it. I don't say, hey guys. I say y'all. Right? How are y'all doing? How are y'all doing? You know? And it's cool. So there is bad people. Someone compared me to Harvey Weinstein. Like, this man raped women. I didn't do that. I did eggplant boobs, right? So, and eggplant boobs, it doesn't mean that was right, but I certainly didn't do what people like that did. So it's wild. You know, I don't want to say buddies with, but I know Margaret Atwood. I've cooked for her a bunch of times. She's fucking awesome. She's icon. So I emailed her and I sent her the article from Vice. Fuck you, Vice. And she's like, yeah, she said the same thing. She's like, there is this line of we should hold people accountable who do really bad things, but this is ridiculous. And I wish and I didn't share what Margaret Atwood said to me, but.
So, how do we raise boys into men who view women as equal?
It starts with my son's generation. I teach him all the time. I mean, first of all, self-love. Love everyone, no matter what. And that just because someone has a vagina, it doesn't mean they're different, or a penis, or and even if they have gender changing surgery, it doesn't, just love them. You know, his mom and I have like we teach him about things, and he's like, really, women used to not vote, or in other parts of he's like, Daddy, that's so silly. I'm like, yeah, it's fucking stupid. So I believe that like his generation is like, they're the next that need to like change the world. Like, even when it comes down to like, what do we value in this world? Like, I'm not against capitalism, but I think there is such a thing as conscious capitalism. And I think that I'm an entrepreneur. I don't think there's anything wrong with making money, right? But I have this saying, it's like, people love daiquiris by the pool and vacations. Board members. And they're willing to do anything to get there. And that's fucked. So what's more important? The world, Earth, us as a species, or daiquiris by the pool? So I try and teach my son that it's not the daiquiris. Right? There's nothing wrong with making money. But I believe we all need to be conscious about that. So.
And you're putting forward these messages for your son. What about a message to yourself when you were younger? I have this belief that our intuition is our future selves whispering back to us. So if you could believe that your little self is actually able to hear what you say to him, what would you like to say to him?
I'm gonna cry. I've done so much of this work this year, almost every day. Everything's going to be okay. You don't have to be anyone else but yourself. Just be your fucking self.
Would you swear?
Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah. Because that's me. You fucking be myself, and everything's going to be okay. And all this, you know, you're going to go through some shit. Like a lot of shit. A lot, right? You're going to find your mom overdosed. You're going to suffer and not have girls kiss you when you're in grade 8. You're going through puberty because you have the crazy mom and the dirty house. But all of that's going to make you shine when you're older, and stick with yourself and believe in yourself. Oh, such a beautiful question.
Are you the man you want to be?
Wow. I'm getting there. For the first, oh my God, that's such a beautiful question. Holy shit. For the first time in my life, I'm getting there. And I don't know what getting there means. Like, I don't feel like there's like a destination, like a final destination. But yes, it's such a beautiful questions. Wow. Your eyes. Oh my God.
Thanks, Doc.
Uh-huh.
Is there anything left unsaid? Is there anything you'd like to leave behind in the bath?
Let go. Let go. I've spent my whole life trying to control. My suffering has been in the controlling, manipulation, trying to make things happen the way I believe they should happen. And I've learned to fucking let go. And that's for me where the magic has been. And yeah. Thank you.
And yeah.
Oh shit.
Thank you.
Wow. Thank you.
Ready to do some photos?
Sure. Oh my God. I fucking put like eggplants here.
Let's just make sure the bubble stays. That's all right.
I can't believe we're talking about the Vice. You want to talk about Vice? Fuck you, Vice. Fucking Vice.